Hello. Today I went to the charity shop and I bought some books, so I'm going to show you them. And also I'm going to show you something else and talk to you a little bit about it, because there's a story behind the other thing. So, the first book I bought today is The Time Wreckers, and this is by Val Tyler, and it's the first in the Greenwich, or Greenwich, or Greenwich, I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's the Greenwich Chronicles. It's set in London. And it's a middle grade, and it says, if you happen to be walking through Greenwich Park and feel a shiver of excitement, it may be that you are in the presence of one of the Guardians. We humans cannot see them because it is not easy to see the unexpected. Our eyes can deceive us, but behind our eyes there is a reality that only some of us understand. And this cover's awesome. It's a clock face, and then around the clock face, these kids are coming out of a tree and running, and this one's holding something. But it looks awesome, and I'll read you the inside because there's more information. The Wreckers live in the underneath, a world of darkness, filth and squalor. They don't care for rules or right or wrong, they just love mess and mischief. Above is Topside, where the Guardians dwell, quietly, secretly looking after the most precious thing in the world, time. When a young wrecker called Snot is sent to Topside to steal something called the Tick, she doesn't really understand what she's doing, or the consequences. But for Snot and a guardian boy called Tid, the world is about to change, and if they can't get the Tick back, time will stop forever. That sounds really good. And I like this under the dust jacket. It's yellow, and the spine's blue, and it has a really cool design on the spine. Yeah, but I like this, and I'm actually excited to start reading this, because I've heard good things. Okay, the second book I've got is Gregor the Overlander by Suzanne Collins. This is a series that Suzanne wrote before the Hunger Games. So you've got Gregor the Overlander, Gregor and the Prophecy of Bane, Gregor and the Curse of the Warm Bloods, Gregor and the Marks of Secret, and Gregor and the Code of Claw. And it says, when 11-year-old Gregor follows his sister through a grate in the laundry room of his New York apartment building, he hurtles into the dark underland beneath the city. There, humans live uneasily beside giant spiders, bats, cockroaches and rats. Gregor just wants to find his way home, but then he discovers that a prophecy foretells a role for him in the Underland's future. He must go on a quest that will change him and the Underland forever. I've heard this is really good. I bought this, if you've been watching my channel a while, I did buy this, and then give it away in an unhaul video, but I wanted to buy it again because I found it at a charity shop for £1. And the last one I bought full price, so I just thought I'd give it another go. And then I brought The Magician's Guild by Trudy Canavan, and this is number 1 in the Black Magician trilogy, and it's a high fantasy, and it says, each year the magicians of Emmerdin gather to purge the city streets of vagrants, urchins and miscreants. Masters of the disciplines of magic, they know that no one can oppose them, but their protective shield is not as impenetrable as they believe. As the mob is herded from the city, a young street girl, furious at the authorities' treatment of her family and friends, hurls a stone at the shield, putting all her rage behind it. To the amazement of all who bear witness, the stone passes unhindered through the barrier and renders a magician unconscious. It is an inconceivable act, and the guild's worst fear has been realised. An untrained magician is loose on the streets. She must be found, and quickly, before her uncontrolled powers unleash forces that will destroy both her and the city that is her home. Yeah, so that looks really good, and I'm excited to read it. And I've heard that, Trudy Canavan, she writes high fantasy, in a way that you can read it and understand it, so I thought I'd give it a go, because I want to read more high fantasy. And the last book I brought today is The Sealed Letter by Emma Donoghue. And this says, after a separation of many years, Emily Fido Faithful bumps into her old friend Helen Codrington on the streets of Victorian London. Much has changed. Helen is more and more unhappy in her marriage to the older Vice Admiral Codrington, while Fido has become a successful woman of business and a pioneer in the British women's movement. But for all her independence of mind, Fido is too trusting of her once dear companion, and finds herself drawn into aiding Helen's obsessive affair with a young army officer. When the Vice Admiral seizes the children and sues for divorce, the women's friendship unravels amid accusations of adultery and counter-accusations of cruelty and attempted rape. as well as a mysterious sealed letter that could destroy more than one life. Based on blow-by-blow newspaper reports of the 1864 Codrington divorce, the sealed letter, full of sparkling characters and wicked dialogue, is a thought-provoking mystery, a gripping drama of friends, lovers and marriage. So yeah, I've heard this is really good, and I read Room by Emma Donoghue and it was amazing. And I just heard that all her works are fantastic, so I thought I'd pick it up, and it's got a really nice cover. It's like a buttery feel. Yeah, and it's really nice. So that's that. Okay, so that's all the books I have to show you, but I also have something else to show you. So earlier, when I went downstairs, there was a letter, and I don't want to show you my address, so I'm going to cover it, and I don't want to show you this either. If you look here, there's a stamp, and next to the stamp it says Seattle. And I'll give you a bit of a backstory. So I was tweeting Kendare Blake about Anna Dressed in Blood and Girl of Nightmares, and yeah, we were, and then she asked for my email address, and we started emailing and talking, and she said, oh, because you liked these books so much, I'm going to send you something. I was like, okay. She didn't tell me what, so I was like, okay then. Yeah, this is what she sent me. So in the envelope we have this feather bookmark, which is really nice. And on the front it says, Anti-Goddess Kendare Blake, Book 1, The Goddess War, author of Anna Dressed in Blood. So I got this, and it's made of like plastic, so you know it won't break or anything. It's a bookmark. And on the back, it's signed by Kendare Blake. But the best thing is, she sent me two. So, and they're both signed. So what I'm going to do is, if anybody wants one of these, let me know. You can comment down below in the section, comment section, and tell me why you want one. Because obviously I'm going to keep one for myself. But yeah, you can tell me why you want one. And I will I will pick somebody at random and send it to them. And yeah, don't forget it is signed, and that is Kendare Blake's signature. So yeah, if you would like to win this bookmark, signed by Kendare Blake, just comment in the comments below and tell me why you would like to win it. Okay, so that's all I have today. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, like. If you wish, you can subscribe. And yeah, comment below to win a signed Kendare Blake bookmark. Bye, and happy reading.